about you. I really don't know how to start this video. This is going to be a little bit something new where I think like how I used to do my videos, you know, where I feel like I've experienced something in my life and then I come on here and share it with you because it's a life lesson. Or in this case, it's something that I've already learned, but something that I had to remember to tap into. And lo and behold, I did that, and I felt so much better after I did. I tapped into myself for the answers. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so just recently, a few days ago, somebody had told me in passing, and I don't understand where this really came from, but it was said regardless. So I had said that I was really tired from my day, and that the topic that we were talking about, I said that I will do it tomorrow because, yeah, I'm really exhausted today. And this person had said to me, yeah, you're so exhausted because it's not like you have a job, you know, like, and I just kind of laughed it off. But like, honestly, in that moment, I felt like, yeah, that didn't really like having to hear that. I thought that was, it was really, oh, how do you say, it just wasn't something that needed to be said. I think that it was like a careless thought, you know, a careless expression. Sorry. And you know, so I went home and I was just like, damn, like, did I really need to hear that? And like how do I feel about that? Now, the reason why that did bother me, because there was a point in time where I was just like, wow, I feel really unproductive, and I feel like I'm not doing what I want to do. Yes, I would love to get a job, you know, but here's the thing. This is what I had told myself, and I'm telling you guys this because I know that there's a few people out there who may be in the same, and not the exact circumstances that I'm in, but they may have something similar going on in their life where they're unable to get a 9-to-5 job, you know. And I just want you to be okay with your circumstances. And I'm going to show you how I did it, and then perhaps you can tap in yourself and you can do the same thing. Okay, I hope this video turns out pretty good, and I hope that my battery dies. It looks like I have like 1 bar left. It's just taking so long to, yeah. So anyways, yeah, so there was a time when I said that I felt unproductive and what have you. And so I already went through this thing where I had to figure out, you know, how to be okay with my circumstances. Now, there's only, I believe there's only one person in my community who knows exactly what's going on, because I've opened myself up to this person, let them know my son's situation. Now, everybody knows he's autistic. That cannot be hidden, and it's not something that I would even want to hide. My son is a beautiful and he's smart child. I'm just so proud of him. That's just my mom's love, you know. You're proud of your child, and I'm not embarrassed of my child or nothing like that, you know. He just has autism, just a little different. However, what other people don't know, and I won't be disclosing this either because it is my son's, it is his personal information, and though he's young, I don't feel a need that I need to express it out, you know, to the public. But what nobody knows in my community is that he has other medical issues. What does that mean? That means that for long term, he's able to go to school, and he's able to be healthy, and to be able, you know, to be able to live an active lifestyle. However, there are big chunks of time where he's not healthy, and I'm trying to like see what I could say, because like I said, I'm not putting his information out there like that. But let's just put that way. My son does get Social Security, SSI disability. Why does he get that? Because the doctors know what my community doesn't know. Okay? My doctors know what nobody else knows. Okay, so if they approved him for disability, I don't know exactly what it is, like Social Security, but for disability, and you know, so he gets fundings, and so don't I, for taking care of him, because there are there's long terms when I'm unable to be able to be social and reach out and do a whole lot of things. You know, when I disappear, and my people say, "Oh, I haven't seen you in such a long time." Well, there's a reason why. Sometimes there's, most of the time, there's a big reason why. And no, I don't feel like I need to express that out to anybody. Now, so they can sit there and they can tell me, "Oh, well, you're jobless. You don't have a job, and you don't do this, you don't do that," and they look at you with disrespect, or if it's a laughing matter, or that I'm lazy, or whatever it is that they have as idea about me, they really don't know. Am I comfortable with that? Comfortable where I don't feel that I need to, I just let them have the thoughts that they want to have. You know what I mean? I'm not at a point where I feel like, oh God, I just care so much about what you think about me. Therefore, I will confide in you about what it is that I'm going through. But if I don't confide in you with what my son is going through and what I'm going through, it simply means because I don't care if you're going to have fleeting thoughts about me where it's judgmental. And yeah. So I have some notes, and it just shut down on me just as soon as I looked over. Okay, so yeah. So you know, there's like a couple of topics that I wanted to talk to you about this today. The first thing is that, you know, I've have a very strong identity, and I'm very tapped into why I do the things that I do. I'm okay with what I'm going through. You know, I had to go through a lot of hurdles and jumping through loops, and let's be frank, like I had to go through a lot of depression because of, you know, my circumstances and having to go alone. There's not a lot of people I trust, and there's not a lot of people I open up to. If I ever feel that I do need to open up, I open up only a certain amount, and just as long as I'm able to be okay with myself, and that I don't no longer feel isolated with when my son is not feeling well, and I do have to I do have to have chunks of time alone in my home taking care of him, etc. When he misses like so much school at chunks of time, you know, and thank God, you know, the teachers know, because we work with the doctors, and the teachers work with the doctors, and the social worker gets in contact, and etc., etc. So everybody's on board. So I do have a lot of support that way, and it took a long time for me to tap within myself and to learn how to be okay with me, and know that I'm not a bum. I'm not lazy. I'm not anti-productive. I'm none of those things. I just really had to get to know myself and answer those questions. Am I any of those things? And it took a long time to really find out. Am I any all of those things? No, I'm not. So no, I'm not sitting at a desk with a 9 to 5 job, paying taxes, and looked upon as somebody who wakes up in the morning and goes to a job from Monday through Friday, possibly Saturday as well. No, my job is actually 24 hours, 7 days a week. I think that if people really knew my story, they would rather have that 9 to 5 job. I'm just saying. You know, I kind of feel like I want to say like this one thing. Nobody knows how it is to possibly lose a child. I mean, unless people who have actually lost their child and you know, but I mean, I have gone through that with the same predicament that my son is now. It has gotten a little better where he's eating. He's really thin, but like nobody knows about the times when I had to see him have tubes down his throat and you know, him almost not being a part of us anymore, you know, and bringing him to so many specialists. Even, you know, to this day it's like so many specialists, and I'm taking him to the hospital, doing this, doing that. Like, nobody knows that about me in my community. And I just, you know, that, I don't even know where to go with this video. Well, what I'm trying to say is that there are going to be people around you who are going to throw things out there. You know what I mean? They may say, they may be kind people, but they may have like a slip of a tongue where they may say something and it will more tinge you because it hits at a deeper root. It hits at the roots, you know what I mean? And they don't know it, but for you, you're quiet about it, and you take it home with you, and you're just like, wow, like I really didn't need to hear all of that. But thank God, I am the person to this day where I'm just not, I had to go through those hurdles of figuring out exactly being okay with me and being okay with my circumstances. And if there's anybody out there in the world where whatever it is, you sincerely cannot work, but there's people out there looking at you like disrespectfully, etc. Yeah, you really need to look within yourself for your answers and see if any of that is really, really factual. And my battery is about to die, and I'm going to continue with this number 2. So I'll get back with you. Okay, bye. Okay, so now part 2. Now, it's great that if you are, or you're working on feeling good about your circumstances, you know, because it's not always about the people extended that you have to take care of, you know, and it is about them, but you really need to feel good within yourself, you know. And so I had to like weed through and try to figure out how I you know, in the times when I'm able to get out there and be very active and be productive and have my hands in and doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, the whole shebang, you know, then I take that time to do it. You know what I mean? Because everybody feels like they need a purpose in their life, you know. I just want to quickly say before I go on with that number 1, I do have purpose. Now, just sitting in this chair, I do have a purpose, okay? Everything that I do in my day is very, very important. Being the mom, being any kind of mother is very important. and everything that you do in order to make things tick tock the way that they're supposed to do, that's a big job within itself. And then on top of taking care of a child who's not physically well all the time, 100% of the time, that too takes a big toll. And at the end of the day, I'm really proud of myself, and I look in my past. I'm laughing, but like I wasn't laughing back then. I mean, I've shed tons of tears, you know, just looking at my son, my child, and I'm just like, ugh, you know, I'm not gonna go through the whole details, but believe me, I've gone through the ringer, man. I've gone through what most don't understand, you know, outsiders, people who peek in through your windows and make that judgment. You know what I mean? It just, I myself, I look back and I look at everything that I've gone through and what I go through today, and I'm just like, wow. And I pat myself on the back. And the first part of my video, my brow was showing, ooh. You know, so I've gone there and I've done that, and I worked on myself to feel okay with myself. So let's continue on with what I quickly want to say, which is, yes, you know, even though I've done all of that and I still am doing all of this, dealing with my private stuff that I have not yet disclosed and I will not be disclosing. Whenever like I'm needed in my community, I try to volunteer, you know. Whenever somebody just needs a caring ear and somebody to listen to, you know, I will go to my neighbors and I'll give them that time of day to help out. At the kids' school, well, my youngest school, you know, I'll go and volunteer there. You know, just recently, like a friend of mine, they needed a lot of work done, and I helped out with that because I have that free time. There's nothing wrong with my son right now, thank God. And then like my days, like I wake up at 6 o'clock a.m. while other people are sleeping. I'm awake and I'm doing my thing. I'm traveling here, I'm traveling there. At 6:30 in the morning, I'm outside. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, yeah, it does kind of irk my nerves when people say like things to me like, oh, you don't have a job, it's not why you're so tired. Well, you know, people don't understand, you don't know what I go through my day. That specific day that was said to me, I don't know, now I think that I'm ranting a little bit right here, but that specific day, I had woken up around 5-ish, and I left out of here around, I want to say 6:30-ish. Meanwhile, getting my children together, etc., going out, and then I had to take my son to school. Then I had a meeting for my son's disability. I had to go back here and have a small meeting with my landlord. Then I had to come home, and then I had to clean. Then I had went into my to my friend's work, and I helped her for a couple of hours, you know, packing and lifting and all, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. And then for me just to sit there and say, ugh, I'm really tired with my day and the other days that I've had, you know, it was like just a long few days that I've had of just running here, running there, going downtown, coming back here, going up there, you know. And then outsiders, they look at me, and because I don't tell you about what I'm doing, you think I'm sitting on my couch eating popcorn. Like, come on, no, you don't know that. And I'm here to tell you, no, I have not. But anyways, I just think that it's really important. If you can't have a 9-to-5 job, it's really important to have that that sense of connection with other people to help. I mean, there's other ways of working. There's other ways of doing your fair share and your fair part, which is getting out there and doing whatever it is that you can physically do, and you also have the time frame that you do. And it's not always about them, it's about you as well, of what you receive. I mean, that's what true love, you know, that's what love is, love and care. You need to give it in order to receive it, and back, and vice versa. You know, you need to feel, that's really what we're here on this earth for, isn't it? Which is to be connected, to be a part of the working connection with all of us. And that work may not be a 9-to-5 job, but it could be in another way as well. Working with elderly, and working with animals, or working with children, or just getting your hands in there. And I do that. And I'm okay with what I do in my life. So I want all of you to feel okay with what you do in your life. You just have to tap within yourself and find that answer. And once you're okay where you're at with yourself, then what other people think about you really shouldn't matter. It really doesn't matter. He may matter once in a blue moon, because it just happens to hit you like that, but always just check in within yourself, and find that pride, and you know what I mean, because you're something special, and don't ever let anybody make you feel like you're anything less. So I'm going to wrap this up. My battery is dying, and this was kind of rushed, and I just really hope that, only because of the battery's sake, I'm going to recharge this overnight, and try to get some more videos out for you guys. So I hope that you learned something from this video, and I hope that I've gotten the message out there. You know, always, my biggest #1 thing that I always tell you guys is always get a strong identity. Know every step of what you take in your life. Because when somebody tries to knock you down, or tries to hurt you in any which way, shape, or form, you always know that you can just laugh in their faces, or just say, you know what, I don't have time for you, because I know that I'm none of what you say. And that's how you need to be. So, mwah, mwah, love everybody, and I hope that this message helps somebody. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.